This is an extra special video just because of some of the comments I've been getting. Linux, I've been using it since 1997. The thing is, for our customers, we need to what's called reduce the entropy. Sorry, I'm a physicist. What that means is we want to keep everything as similar as possible, because the similar it is and the more simple it is, the easier it is to maintain. So the problem that we have with, well, not just with Linux, but with Macs and all, is that it makes things more complicated. It means there's extra work that needs to be done. So we generally do the same machines with the same configuration for everyone. Now, most businesses run their desktops on Microsoft Windows. And certainly the bigger you get, almost all of them use Windows. A vast majority use Office 365 as well. Whatever I think is fairly irrelevant. If I want to hire an engineer, I can easily find plenty of Windows technicians. It's easy to do. If I want to find a Linux sysadmin, it's much harder. They're more expensive because they need more technical knowledge, because it's more complicated. I can't talk through people things on the phone if they've got a Linux or Mac or some kind of other Unix operating system. So that's the reason that we don't really do much with Linux. That isn't to say that I don't use it, but I haven't run it on my desktop for a long time because there's no point. It's just another layer of complexity in my life. And I suspect what we're going to see over the next few years as AI comes in, that people that don't really need IT requirements will either just use their phones, or they'll use Chromos, because that's sufficient for a lot of people. If you're just surfing the web, accessing your emails, you don't need anything else. If you're doing real stuff with a computer, obviously you need something a bit more meaty. And as AI enables us to talk to the computer rather than use the graphical user interface that we've been using for the last 50 years, well, maybe not with the Linux command console. I have got a video, by the way, on how to exit VI if you're a Linux user. Anyway, what I wanted to say was that in the future, I suspect that the new interfaces will be speech driven, and you'll just say what you want, hold your camera up to things, and things will happen. The computer will do stuff and you'll just give it instructions of what you want it to do. So we're going to have new operating systems completely in the next 5 years that work in a completely new way. And the idea of having like Microsoft Word with its thousands of options in the ribbon, it's just ridiculous. But obviously that wasn't possible in the past, but it's certainly possible now. And I suspect that we're going to have little agents that run on your computer at home. They'll be able to be more than capable of just running and doing it. And that's going to be really cool. And obviously an operating system is just a thing that's part of your computer. I've never really understood why people buy them. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. The thing about it is, I don't care what operating system people use. It's irrelevant. What I want to do is enable people to use technology more effectively. And that's really my job. And when it comes to operating systems, they just need to work. I don't care. All I want is for them to work. And when it comes to artificial intelligence, we want to reduce the risk, engage with opportunities. And it's a bit like when I started teaching people how to use email, or started teaching people how to get online, how to use technology to grow their business, and not just computing for computing's sake. And I'm really excited about the next generation of AI. But actually, all you techie people watching my videos, I really need your help, because I don't think people realise that the change it's going to make to society. And I'm going to do a video next talking about how AI is going to change society. If you have any thoughts, ideas, feel free to comment. But we're not going to be running Linux on the desktop, unfortunately. It's not happening, mostly because we can't support it. Not because we don't like it or can't use it, or it's not fast or cheap, but it's not relevant for my business. Well, that doesn't mean we don't have any, we just don't have it on the desktop. We have plenty of stuff that's Linux based. Which reminds me, actually, please make sure that you keep your Linux boxes up to date, and your switches, routers, firewalls, etc., photocopiers in your business. Because I see a lot of people and they go, oh, it runs Linux, we don't need to apply updates, it's very, very secure. Mac users have the same idea. It's like, we don't get viruses. It's like, you do, it's just harder. And also, the code's available, so there are vulnerabilities, they can be found. And AI is going to be really, really good at doing that. I'm not saying that closed source is better, but having the source code and being able to search for vulnerabilities automatically means that you're going to be able to find them much, much quicker. Okay, have a great day, and please stop moaning that I don't say people should switch to Linux on my videos. Speak to you soon.